Let me pause and check on everybody. Let me check on everybody. How's everybody doing today? I'm excited. What's up? Last week I couldn't come on live. Everything that's happening in Nigeria just kind of like, my mind was like crazy. I couldn't really think, you know what I'm saying? So I just talked to AB. I was like, we got to do it this week because it literally was a lot to kind of master. And Blue, I really love what you did with the with that artwork that you created. Hey Morgan, hey Tone, what's up? How are you doing? Finally, APM is here late. Let me play the beat for him so he can feel it. APM is coming on, y'all. It's she take a picture by it's by Kidi. That's what okay. That's what I like it. Okay, I'm about to say. Hey APM, what's up?
I'm good, chilling.
What's up? I said you have good life. Hope you're not having Ghana life. Okay.
Oh, see, give me 1 minute, please.
You see this bush rat? He's not ready for the interview. I talked to him earlier. Be ready for the interview. He's not ready for the interview. He's over there fixing stuff. So let me tell you guys a little bit about APM. I met APM how many years ago? 5 or 6. I don't remember. Was it 6 years? How many years ago was it, APM, that I met you?
It's actually 5 years.
5 going on 6 years. So yes. I met him. Somebody introduced me to him to make my logo. And when I went to his page, I was like, wow, all these. Is he a graphic designer? Is he a photographer? Is he a videographer? I was confused because he had so many things that he could do. And he created my logo, very professional. He did, because, you know, I'm very anal. So he did about 10 different variations for me. And it was amazing. I still use that logo today. If you go on my YouTube, you will see the logo that APM created for me, the banner he created for me. Still till today, I used it. And then he also pushed me to really start working on my YouTube. My first ever like clear, crispy video, top Afrobeat was created by him. And I was just blown away by the amount of the way he was able to edit so fast. It's almost like magic. Like I would go, we would be at an event, and when I get back home, the pictures are in my inbox. I'm like, yo, son, how are you doing this? And like to find out his history, to get to know him, that he's self-taught. He's self-taught. You know, his dad was a photographer, but more classical photography. This is more digital photography. He does digital videography. And for him to be able, I swear to this day, I have not found a photographer or videographer combined that can edit as fast as APM. APM, welcome. Welcome. Me, my tins. I would have jumped right in because I know your story. I know your story, but they don't know your story. So I want you to share your story. So tell me about your journey getting to where you are today.
Yeah, it's a long road, and yeah, my journey it started from playing basketball in Lima, you know, and then my parents migrated to America. So I was left alone. So my only way to escape a lot of thinking, because I was still young at the age of 6. So a lot of way to escape the thinking, the crying, and missing my mom and stuff was by playing basketball. So we started with basketball. Then from there, it transcended into like photography and then, you know, shooting my own mixtape videos, like my street basketball tapes. And then, you know, we started with a Sony Ericsson, a Nokia, you know, those very old cameras.
Nokia?
The 5.2 megapixel cameras, the 2.1 megapixel to 5.1. And then, you know, we just started shooting our own stuff. I started editing on my phone. And, sometimes we go on the basketball court, my friends will be like, yo, you need to start taking pictures, take it seriously. Yeah. And I'd be like, okay, all right, cool, I'll take it serious. And I kept playing. I wanted to do music. I wanted to be a lawyer. Like, it was a whole lot of stuff. Like, I wanted to be everything. And, yeah. And I started buying professional cameras. And here we are now. But my first camera was given to me by my first professional camera that I had was given to me. I got it from Scientific. He's an artist. He's now like a Nigerian superstar. So
Wow.
he gave it to me, and then, you know what I'm saying, it just, everything's just
It
started
just
lining
went
up.
from there. So tell me, like your skill sets are a little bit more like beyond, you know, because how did you learn to like edit so quickly in sequence? How do you come up with some of the themes of your photography and videography? And what is like, you know, like I know there's so many questions, but okay, answer those two, then I have more. Go ahead.
Um, yeah, this is it. When I started
Yeah.
video shooting and directing, I was like, I'm not, you know, like a lot of videographers were, you know, kind of discouraging because they don't tell the truth. They don't want you to be in the same business because they see your potential. So they try to discourage you from doing what they are doing because they know how big you can become. So the only way they can uh, 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 like the only way they can like kick you out of the competition is by discouraging you. That's the easiest way. So if you take that, then
By blocking your move to
yes,
move up, right? Mm-hmm.
yes. So that's what they did, but like it didn't really work. So I told myself, like, I see how they work, and then they take like a whole month editing one video before
Yeah.
they look for the next gig and all that. And I told God, like, yo, God, if I want to do this and I want to buy my Ferrari out of this, please don't let me fall into this kind of laziness. So I try so hard to discipline myself because playing basketball, it involves a lot of discipline because you got to go to training every
Yes.
day. So I you know, I picked that from playing basketball, those
Yeah.
discipline, like you got to wake up, train. I picked all that one up, and then I put it into photography and videography, and I'm like, yo, okay, this is how I'm gonna be. I'm gonna use a day, a couple of hours to edit. And one thing I did was I spoke into my life. Like I kept doing that. Like, yo, I speak into existence. Like, yo, if I want to do this, I don't want to spend a day like or a month editing one video. Nah, I have to move very fast. So I started like that, and then you know what I'm saying. It worked. It's discipline. We have to learn how to sit down and actually a power edit. That's how I call it. You know, you
Yeah.
power edit. You move
Power
fast.
edit.
It's like
So did you go to school for this or did you teach yourself?
no. I
Oh.
taught myself. I taught myself in yo, that was the hard one. I taught myself by
Mm-hmm.
using a slow ass computer, and now like I have one of the best computers. So like it's that yo, before you run, you have to learn how to crawl, right? And
Yes.
then from that you have to learn how to stand and balance, right?
Yes.
And take steps before you start running. So that's what I did. I was patient with everything. Even though I was ready to soak all in, I was very patient, and I moved up the ladder like that. Like so, yeah. That's
That's it. And so where in Ghana are you all Ghanaian or do you what is your cultural heritage? Where you from?
yeah. This is it's funny. Like I have family in Togo, I have family in Benin, I have family in Nigeria. So like I'm spread across the West African, like you know, these four countries along the West African coast. So basically I'm like a
ECOWAS.
West African.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah,
You are
but
West
I
African, but you
was
were
born and
born
raised
in
in
Ghana and
Ghana.
raised in Ghana, right?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Ghana. Yeah.
Nima.
Of course, yes. Till we die. Till we die. Nemo, bro. Shit.
Nima, okay. So you kind of touched on this about the industry. For somebody coming into the industry, what are some pointers you can give them? Because it seems like the industry is a little bit protective. Like I think all industries have gatekeepers that don't let you go into the industry. Talk a little bit about some of those struggles and how you broke those barriers to surpass some of these people that were blocking your progress or your life.
I won't call them blocking my progress.
Mm-hmm.
I would say they motivated me, you know. Having friends like you and other people that I know in my life is more of a blessing. So why do you need enemies? You know what I'm saying? So what you can do is create your own opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like be at places and let people see your work and let your work speak for itself rather
Yeah.
than trying to be in competition with other people. So if you're trying to be in competition with other people, then that means you're trying to be like them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why do you have to fight the world whilst you have your own world to fight?
Yeah. We have this
So
argument. We have this argument a lot because I be shady. So we have this
yeah,
argument.
Yeah, so I don't try to be in competition with anybody. I just try to create my own opportunities and create my own, like, you know what I'm saying, brand. Like, you know, you have to position yourself. You have to create a brand, position yourself, and market yourself properly. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I did. And same people who said no to me today, they actually show me respect. And then if you're an upcoming, like, coming into this industry, you have to be brutally honest. You have to speak your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I know sometimes I'm caught slacking when it comes to setting things,
Yeah.
but you have to be firm with your prices. You have to, like, be like, yo, no is my no, yes is my yes. Sometimes it's hard because, you know, the way people come, they be crying and they be like, yo, without you, I want you. But this industry is not really friendly. It's
Yeah.
not what you think it is. So coming into this, you have to be prepared for everything, both good and the bad, and you have to be prepared for
That's it.
everything.
Well,
Everything.
let me shake the room a little bit. How is it working with the African community compared to maybe the African American or white community? Like, how is it like working with your own? Are they as, you know, like, talk about that. Like, how is the working with those two industries?
Yeah, like I said, you have to be brutally honest. Working with my community is so hard. It's so hard. It's like, you gotta keep fighting. You gotta be on people's neck. You know, people don't want to do the work, like, especially the artists. They be like, I'll give you exposure. And my first gig in America, I was paid $50. So, like,
Wow.
yeah, like, I want to be honest. Like, you know the story, but I
Yes.
have to be honest with the audience over here because, you know, it's not a joke to be in this business. It's a lot of money that you're gonna be spending to you know what I'm saying, like, make yourself very important. It's
Absolutely.
all those are called added value. So
Yeah.
you can't waste no money whilst you're not making no money. You can't feed
Yeah.
an ant and expect the ant to shit like an elephant. So yeah, that being said, like, yo, uh, you just have to. My community doesn't help. They rather help people who don't care about them, like people who don't get. Can we curse?
Yeah,
Can I
you could
curse?
curse. You could curse. It's an
Okay, yeah.
adult.
So
Mm-hmm.
so they probably give a fuck about people who don't give a fuck about them. So
Mm.
those are the names that will come into their mind first, like somebody who always walked with them but never took their pictures. But you know what I'm saying? With you that you're giving your best, you're helping people out, they don't value you. So
No.
that's my community. But working with the other community, like other communities, like, you know, white folks, you know what I'm saying, like certain, you know, black folks, um, it's easy because they understand the business. They value your art. So I'll tell photographers, like, go with people who value your art rather than people who don't value your art and are disrespectful.
Yeah.
And also, when you make yourself easy accessible, that's another big problem.
Wait,
You know what I'm saying?
say that louder. Do not be easily accessible by all. Say
Yes,
that again.
yes. You don't have to be easily accessible because I'm that type, and you know I'm regretting a lot from that. I'm
But you're
regretting. Yeah,
learning. You
that's
learned.
yeah.
As we, like, you know, we know every day we learn as people. So talking about learning, give us 5 things for somebody who wants to get into your industry or any industry that they need to do to get where you are today.
I'll say be very disciplined. Be very disciplined. Be honest. Get an LLC, because without an LLC, you can't do nothing. And if most of you don't know, Aisha is the one who helped me get my LLC. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, you can't act like, oh, yeah, I'm talking. So yeah, oh, nah, yo, you helped me get my LLC, and then you have to treat this as a business. So getting your LLC is a big plus.
Yeah.
And then the next thing is you gotta have a vision where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a vision and define your scope of art. That is find a way to define your scope. Like, when people see your pictures, let them know this is you without not seeing no watermark or nothing.
Yes.
Let them know, like, yo, nah, this is APM, and they will give you a call and be like, yo, I was right. That was your work. So yeah, that's it. That's the 5.
That's the 5 things. Those are 5 very serious things. So let's let's lighten it up a little bit, Oga.
Thank you.
So, are you single?
No, I'm dating. I'm
Searching
still
or entanglement?
Nah,
We need to know.
gone.
Oh, you're running. What happened?
Oh no. I mean, I'm gone, man. Like, see, wait, let me wear my ring. You see,
you're not even a real. You know what's up? So why is it on your thumb? On your pinky. So you're spoken for.
Oh yeah. Me, I'm gone. I'm out of this whole shenanigan. So
talk a little bit about the person that's in your life. How have they affected your work?
Amazing. Like you have to find somebody who understands you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if the person understands you, then you know it make things easier. So somebody who understands you, and also get a lot of, like, the thing is this, yeah. You have to be like, how do you say it? You have to be a team with that person.
Yes.
That's what makes it work. And also respect females. Like that's how you learn more.
Say that again. Respect females, like you respect your moms and your sister and them. If you respect your mom and your sister, that is.
Yeah. Respect females. That's it, 100%.
So so Augustus, you are all Christian fellowship you are spoken for. But when you are in the world, what was the kind of women that you like? Where you are in the world, because now we know that you are in church every day with your Bible because you are married. So, you know, you are spoken for. So tell us what your type was when you are in the world. Even though I know your type, actually, you have a type, but go ahead.
Actually, like, it's how you think. That's the most precious thing. Like, this is the biggest computer in the world. So if you're dealing with people who don't have this, I don't know why you have to deal with them. Yeah.
That's it. So you're all about the mind?
I'm all about the mind.
So why are you answering questions like we are in touch? Today, tell me your type.
Listen, you made me wear this, right? I wanted to feel so comfortable, but you were like, oh, dress preferred. No. So yeah, I'm giving you what you asked for.
What is your type of woman? What kind of woman do you like? Besides, of course, a brilliant mind, driven, motivated. What is your type? What is your style?
It has to be a little bit balanced, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Ketchup-y in the, you know?
Ketchup-y.
Yeah. Not too, you know what I'm saying? It has to be packaged, but the brain is the #1 thing, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so you like somebody that's like proportion.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
No matter how you are, you just have to balance.
Balance it.
Yeah,
honestly, Sasu has dated all kinds of women, guys. Let me just, because he wants to be hygiene. He has dated all races, all women. So Sasu really doesn't have a type. I guess it might really just be the brain. I'm telling on you right now. I think it's the brain. He has dated from models to thick girls to small girls to just everything in their mouth.
No, this one now you're a sellout, man.
I'm selling you out. Because I know your woman is I'm selling you out.
Yo, man, shit.
So since you can't tell me your favorite kind of woman, I have to tell the audience for you.
Yeah. I'm multi.
What's your favorite food? Your favorite Ghanaian dish?
Rice balls with peanut butter soup.
Oh, okay. So like, is that like tuwo?
Nah, that's umoto. Yeah, it's like tuwo. Yes.
It's like tuwo. Because when I was growing up in Nigeria, they used to make tuwo shinkafa, but I didn't like the soup they made with the house soup. I didn't really like that soup.
Yeah, but me with the peanut butter.
Okay, so tell me some of your favorite projects that you worked on that have really like changed your world, and you're like, oh my God, I'm really working on this project. This is unbelievable. Coming from Ghana and like, you know, I know your story. So from where you came from to where you are, what are some of your favorite projects you worked on? Maybe name a few.
Yo, that's hard.
You better give me 5.
Like, not in no numbers, right?
No, not in no particular order. Just your favorite project.
Oh, I enjoyed First Friday was one of the best ones.
You've done some amazing work with First Friday at the Schomburg Center.
Yeah. First Friday was one of the amazing ones. Working with Rick Ross at the Shamburg, that was amazing too.
Yeah, that was
dope. Working with One Africa, that was dope.
Yes. We'll never forget that famous picture of WizKid and his handkerchief that you took. That was really, really nice.
Yeah.
What about your Black Lives Matters like series? Because you know you've really been doing some really and
Summer Stage 2 was amazing.
Summer Stage was amazing. Yes. You have quite a few projects that you worked on.
Yeah, big projects. I did a lot of big projects, and then with the whole Black Lives Matters and SARS.
Yes.
I enjoyed some of them. Some of them really, like, the ones I enjoyed were not like the huge ones. They were like the one with small people in one corner. But yes, like I enjoyed that project.
Tell me, okay, so I'm gonna push you a little bit. So you capturing all of this movement that's happening with Black Lives Matters and with the the NSARS movement, how is it impacting you as a Black man, as an African man, as a man that have Nigerian descent as well? How is all of this moves impacting you? How are you feeling? How are you taking care of yourself? Because it's a whole lot. Talk a little bit about that.
Oh, yeah, that's. I recently answered that question on an interview with a magazine. That was yesterday, and I would say this: you will feel a lot of people's pain.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You will see how the world is divided, and then you can tell whether people are there for clout or for their own whatever. But for me, I felt people's pain, like the energy. I felt it. Some people are there, you can tell, like, this is hurtful. They hurt, and it made me see how powerful the lens is. You know what I'm saying? That's the impact that I've had throughout all this stuff. Like how powerful images can go, how far images can travel.
Yes.
And people don't understand. It's just not about taking the pictures, but it's about like letting the pictures become voices of the voiceless.
Yes. Yes. I love that. Say that again. Voice of the voiceless.
Letting the picture become the voice of the voiceless. So people will see a picture somewhere and can still hear the scream, like Black Lives Matter and SARS. Like people will literally watch it and go like, wow. Nah, this is really happening. People are serious about it.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So, like, how do you feel about the whole thing that's happening in Nigeria with the, because, we come from a background, because I was born in Nigeria, you were born in Ghana. We have dealt with different regimes of government, like from, corruption to everything. How do you feel about the NSARS movement and the way that the Nigerian government is sweeping it underneath the rug, right? That's one thing. And now they're villainizing people that did come out and use their platform to talk about it. How do you feel about that?
I feel like, like with this, I always talk about this. It's the old age, the grown-ups, like they always like to belittle the new generation.
Yes.
Because we are moving faster than how they moved. So I feel like it's a little bit of jealousy over there. They have to get over it. So first of all, like with the leaders, they always talk about our time, you can't do this. Our time, yo, it's not your time. Understand? Move on. You're about to die. I'm sorry. In 5 years' time, you might not be leaving. So like move on. Like see, you can't let 17% of the older generation rule. Like, you know what I'm saying? 83%. It's not possible. So I feel like it's so sad because the way they're trying to hide it, and they're making decisions that are going to affect us in like 20 years time or 10 years time or a year later, because all they're doing is taking the money. So it's just, oh man.
Like I definitely think because there's a lot of youth, because even here, like some of our politicians are really old. Why do people have to be in their 70s to be in charge? Why do when it's a young population? Why do you have to be in your 70s, 80s? The same people that were ruling when our parents were growing up are the same people ruling now. That makes no sense, right? That doesn't make sense.
So like it's like this. People have been in politics for 70, not 70, but like 30 something years, but you've never done
50,
anything
60
positive.
years.
Yeah, you've never done anything positive. You've not changed even one clause from the old constitution, but rather jailed more people, like killed more people. And then you know what I'm saying? Like let's say Nigeria, let's say with Nigeria like this, Buhari, like he was a military ruler, right? That's what I heard. And he was brutal. He was killing people left and right. But why do you make
Still
this
does.
person run a country? It makes no sense. And for you people to vote him, like for me, I'm like, yo, bro.
I mean,
You know the history.
but APM, you know that people are not really they're stealing votes. They're not really counting real votes. So we really can't even blame the people per se, because people really are not even like whatever vote, whoever they want to win is going to win. Even in America, whoever the powers, because there's always a power behind the power. So whoever the powers that be are going to put who they want to put into
Yeah.
office. You know that, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's always like that. But it's just
It's
sad,
frustrating.
man.
It's frustrating. So talk
It's
to me
just sad.
about your No White Gods project, which is one of my favorite projects of yours. Tell me why you chose the name No White Gods, and tell me a little bit about the whole project itself.
With the No White Gods project, is all about like, you know, black people seeing ourselves as God. You know what I'm saying? Also, white was never a color to signify supremacy or divine. You know what I'm saying? White was never a color. But with colonialism and with the all the slave trade stuff, and look into history, or black people, we had our own gods that we were worshiping.
Yeah.
So where came this nice guy called Jesus, looking all nice, and it looks like he was using some dope soap and makeups on his face. Where did he come from? So you know what I'm saying? Like all that made me start a whole project. And then, you know, it was stories from this fisherman at Jamestown that, you know, gave me the idea, gave me
Inspired
the
you to do
title.
it.
Yes, the title and everything, because the stories he was telling me was incredible.
Yeah.
So back in the days, gods were also represented in colors, but there was never a color to represent the gods. Like there was never a color to represent the white, like God being white. So there
Yeah.
was never a color. So in Ghana they pray to Nyankopon, Nana Kwame Nyankopon. You know what I'm saying? God had a name,
Yeah.
but now like you see it's all about Jesus, and you know, I believe more in spirituality than religion. Like I
Yeah.
feel like religion was just was forced onto us. So us picking it up and holding it hard, like, yo, this is it. It's crazy. It's part of the brainwashing that is
Yeah.
affecting us. So the No White Girls is just allowing us to realize that, yo, we are powerful.
Yeah.
We can do anything we want. We are gods. Like if they're not killing black people, trust me, we will live forever. So
Absolutely. You're absolutely right about that. Absolutely. So because you use this work to kind of talk about some of the stories and incidents, because even though everybody wants to go to Ghana and Ghana is attractive, there are things that are going on in Ghana that are still not so attractive. People are not getting what they need. People are not getting support. Talk about showing that within, I mean, you capture the beauty of people that are suffering, but how does it, like meeting those people and talking to those people, how does it kind of, foster the photographs or the pictures or video that you bring out?
yeah, yeah, with that, it's crazy because yeah, those stories were powerful, man. You know, those stories, like I can relate to that because I grew up in the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a community whereby, you know what I'm saying, like the slums was closer to the estate. So you see the best of both worlds and the
Yes.
worst of both worlds. You know, whilst people are enjoying, you see other people suffering. Whilst politicians are driving by in their nice cars and going to the market to shop on Wednesdays, you see people still struggling, coming in like 5 a.m., 4 a.m. just to look for a spot where they can, prepare their table to sell. So kids not being able to go to school, kids not being able to feed themselves. And yeah, it hurts. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And I want to give
You know
you
what I'm saying?
kudos too. You know, you're part of the organization that we have Africa Everything, and you know what I'm saying? And with that, we're helping foster in the ways that we can. And I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Because sometimes I think people think that you have to have a lot of money to do good. You don't. Just a little bit. And I don't even want to, like, it is a charity, but I don't even want to call it charity. I want to call it empowerment. How do you give people the tools to empower their next moves to be the future when they can empower somebody else, right?
Yeah, and then thanks to you for putting me on to that, because you never forced me to be part of it. I just decided to be part of it. And then that even made my purpose being part of the whole group like very meaningful, because I wasn't like, oh, I just want to join this because my friends are over there. I decided, I made that decision myself, like, okay, I want to be part of this. So let's move it. Yeah.
And you have some merchandise that you created, right? It's called Fearless, Know Like God,
Yes.
Let's see some of your merchandise. Let's see what you're selling, and tell us a little bit about this project.
So with the merch, I have some over here.
Oh, God, I told you to have it next to you.
Like, it's some of my works.
Yeah.
That, you know, from the protests and all that. So I just put some of the pictures, because these pictures are gonna go for, like, you know, in some years to come, they're gonna be so expensive. You can't have them on the wall. So right now, it's time for you to get it for a way cheaper price.
Yeah.
You know, $55 is
so you
nothing.
can wear a piece of APM art. And
yes,
it's photography. You can wear a piece of it. And it's called, why did you choose Fearless and Black is Not for Sale, which is very powerful?
I feel like, you know, we've been selling our culture and making others millionaires, but we can't empower each other. It's like divided we stand, together we fall.
Yeah.
And, you know, everything around culture started with Black people.
Yes.
And white people are tapping into it. And when they tap into it, they benefit more than us who created it.
Yes.
So if we can make Popeyes billions and millions of dollars
from a sandwich, from a chicken sandwich,
yeah, whilst we can prepare it in our house, then I don't know. And whilst we can't even make millionaires in our own community, like in ours, then I don't know. I don't know what so Black is not for sale. We have to stop selling our culture. Look at what happened in Nigeria. And, you know, you don't have a lot of Black people in America who feel like, yo, okay, it's happening in Nigeria, so they don't give a fuck about it. And they post something else. They were like, post this if you're not Nigerian. And you see a lot of dead people, white dead people. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt that was very insulting to see that, like, you know, posting something that's happening in another country somewhere whilst we are talking about something that's happening in Nigeria. And then y'all will go there in December and go and chill. But I don't see a lot of celebrities who are like, the culture, the motherland, the Africa, you know, all that. I don't see them talk about it, which is heartbreaking. But when it came to Black Lives Matters, we were all outside taking pictures and stuff, whilst they decide who they want to make the photographer of the movement, whilst you have a bunch of photographers who are there from day one. Those who joined later in the middle are now like feeling like they are the celebrities. So it's sad. Like, you know, there's still a lot of discrimination, and there's still a lot of work for us to do as Black people.
Internalized, so it's called internalized racism. Because it was very disturbing to me when Notre Dame was burning and everybody had that French flag up. I haven't seen that many Nigerian flags. I haven't seen the
and it wasn't in the news.
It wasn't in the news. I haven't seen it finally came in the news like later on in the process after the shooting. It kind of made the news. I didn't see a lot of people put a lot of stuff up, so it really made me realize that the Black movement is for certain things, and people have to realize that we're stronger together than apart. Because, you know what I'm saying, like in those senses. So, because, like, I really, it was disturbing, and I know how disturbed you are, because certain people are getting shined for doing the work on the ground, and you didn't get paid any money. You were at every place. You went to D.C., I told APN, I was like, could you stop going to protest? Because like, I don't think it's safe. Like, it's not safe. Why I keep going? But he's like, I have to capture this. This is history. And he is an African man. He doesn't have to be connected to the, like, he'd be like, oh, I'm African. I'm fine. I have to do this. No, he's the Black diaspora. And he realized that, and he captured that in his pictures. But
yeah, and also,
go ahead.
and also the saddest thing about all this is there's like Black people in America are still called African American. Like African, you're not called an American. So you have to know, you know, it's still like discrimination for you to be still categorized as, you know, from where you're coming from. You're not fully accepted in the land, even though they still give you that to be like, okay, yo, be cool. You're African American. You're not African, but you're African American. That's where you guys came from. But you will see somebody from Italy in America, but they don't say Italian American. They're like, oh, he's an American. So that's so if you call African American, yo, let's work together. I'm African, you African American. When you come to Africa, we still accept you, we adore you, we embrace you. But when you go elsewhere, they still see you as, yo, she's Black.
Absolutely.
But we don't see colors, so Black is not for sale. We don't have to sell it like that.
I love that. I love that. So I know that you really have a passion. Like, even though you are a jack of all trades, you do a lot of stuff within the graphics and video and photography realm. But I know that you love doing music videos, and more in the hip hop realm, it seems like. So talk about that passion you have for doing music videos.
As music videos is not something I like.
Yes,
it's
it
not,
is. Don't lie.
No, it's documentary is my thing, but like documentaries are hard, like to get people together and stuff. So excuse me. So music videos, I love literature. That's one of my favorite subjects when I was in high school. That was one of my favorite subjects. So with literature, it comes with a bunch of rhymes, a bunch of like, you know, similes, metaphors, and other stuff. So I know how to like create a picture using music videos. Like I want to paint a picture, like, so I feel like it's the easiest thing for me to do.
Somebody said Glitter State's calling people out.
Yeah.
Oh, no, leave it alone.
So yeah, music video is just easy for me to do. Like, you know, painting that picture musically, I love it. It's like an artist drawing whilst listening to music. And then you just get inspired by whatever you're hearing, and then you putting it down, like, and coloring it. So yeah.
Do y'all see how passionate he's getting right now? So I was telling the truth, right? You see, it's like taking a picture. Like, look at you. You described it like a science.
Yeah, but
no, I didn't do documentary. Why are you lying?
No, I love documentary. I like telling stories with like I love telling stories. Like I love to do picture stories. Like recently I was talking to a friend about doing a project. I didn't discuss it with you yet because I want to put things on paper.
Yeah.
And you know, the project I want to do, the new project I want to do is, the first one was with the wings that you know about. And you were like, oh man, like this is gonna be crazy, but it's actually telling the story. It's gonna be powerful, like for real. So I like documenting things like that. Just so it's all part of documentary.
So what are your, even though maybe music videos are not your favorite, they are a favorite. But what are your favorite music videos that you've done to date, in no particular order?
I'll say Ayat's music video, because we came #1 with no promo.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, and my first music video by Bucho de Go is called Seaside. I don't know if it's still on YouTube. I love that video. And Timani's video, the one I did for Timani, I love that. Yeah, I love
Is it
that.
Vibe? No, not Vibe. It was Something Light.
Yeah, Something Light. That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite.
Something Light.
And then,
I also like the video you did for those. Well, it's your favorite, so let me be quiet.
Which one is it?
J-Aura. That was a really nice video.
Yeah, J-Aura. That video is dope. And then I love this video too. The one I did for Ali and the one I did for Cujo, Epson, and Alka.
Yes.
Yo, those are slapping, man. Those are like
And Peter Prophet's little cover video is really nice
yeah,
too.
Peter Prophet. So
Very sexy.
I have a lot of dope videos. Like sometimes I go back and look at those videos and I'll be like, yo, man, I didn't do this. Cause yeah,
That's good.
they
And you came from a Nokia to a Sony. Hello, evolution or
no,
not?
and Nokia to a Sony Ericsson to some other whack, you know what I'm saying? And then iPhones, and then you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man.
And if
To
you guys
Canon.
see Cecil's old work, it looked like he used a dope ass camera, and he was using like all sorts of like regular degular cameras, and his stuff could stand against his stuff today that he did in the before.
Yes, you
Like,
can't tell the difference.
Yes,
You can't tell because it's always about who is behind the camera,
yes,
not the camera.
yes.
So when you wear a $5 T-shirt and then you try to you define your appearance by the $5 T-shirt, like, oh, this T-shirt is not off-white with just a little bit of off over here, and then it doesn't make you look dope, but you are the one to make the outfit look dope.
Yes.
Without you, the outfit is whack. So you define the outfit, not the outfit defining you.
Absolutely. So if you weren't doing photography and videography and graphics today, what would be a career that you'd wanted to be in?
Basketball, man. I'll be playing basketball. Probably be a lawyer somewhere.
Basketball and a lawyer somewhere. Talking our ears off.
Nah, for real. For real.
Talking our ears off. That's dope. So so you were a superstar. Talk about your basketball. You were a superstar basketball player in Ghana.
Yes, please. I was. Those who know will know. Like, yo, yeah, I was super dope.
Do you still? I don't even see you. Do you play basketball till today? I don't see you like warming up. Do you do any basketball?
Right now, we channel all that energy into photography and videos. So.
Can you still make a dunk? Can you still slam dunk? Can you still do a 3-pointer?
I can't slam dunk. I can't slam dunk, but I can still play. I can let people fall because. Yeah, last year when we were in Ghana, last year June, I was in Ghana last year. So yeah, we played a couple of friends, and I still got it. So
you still got it?
I still got it.
Are you going to Ghana in December?
Still debating.
You're still debating. So
yes,
what do you think about how has COVID-19 impacted your industry?
Oh yeah, I'll say this: you prepare for rainy season, dry season, or fallow seasons. You know what I'm saying? Fallow seasons are seasons where shit doesn't happen.
Right.
So you prepare for that. So with COVID, it just surprised everybody. It exposed a lot of people who are chasing clout. It did expose a lot of people. So if you were not ahead of your time, if you didn't plan ahead, if you didn't save a lot, then you will be affected. But during COVID, people were still getting jobs. I was lucky to be one of them because I was doing color corrections and other stuff for people. So, and I made myself very busy because I was still outside taking pictures of the empty street. So those are all history. People don't realize that, like, New York City was empty. It's never happened before. And you're still in your house with a $2,000 camera and you're still paying on your credit card for that. Please, you should have been outside taking pictures.
Put it to work, exactly.
Yeah.
So what made you come? My question was like, what made you come? Why didn't you continue your career in Ghana? What made you come to the United States what made you come over here to do your thing?
Okay, what made me come to America is because of my mom. Because I started my film company in Ghana and I was doing great. But my mom actually, was like, yo, you need to come here. And yeah, I think it was better and it was good because things people out here don't cherish or don't see as, oh, this is valuable, is what we cherish. You know what I'm saying? What they discredit is what we be like, yo, this is luxury. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because Wi-Fi is everywhere. One, YouTube.
Wi-Fi, really?
Yeah, bro. Like, yo, you get into Starbucks, you have Wi-Fi. You connected. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, for me, that's what even I was like, I'm not gonna take this shit for granted. So
Yeah.
I dived in. Like right now as I'm talking to you, I was on YouTube, I was on Hulu, and I went back to YouTube because I'm studying. I'm watching I'm still studying about white balance.
Yes.
And white balance is something we don't take seriously. We just turn the camera on and then we just start shooting.
So
So
so somebody said Wi-Fi is everywhere in Ghana now, my brother.
oh no, that's Cujo. That's my
He
guy.
just
That's
said
my
that. He
partner.
just says Wi-Fi everywhere.
Nah, but it's a lie, bro. You need to have the password. It's not like nah, it's not like out here. It's not like out here, man.
It's not like out here. So what about so white balance is something people don't really study, you were saying?
No, people don't even look into that because white balance helps a lot when you're doing color correction. And people, like in photography, that's why my black and white is always different from everybody's black and white because their shadows may be darker, but my shadows may be lighter. You know what I'm saying? My shadows may be lighter and even more sharper than theirs.
Yes.
But they think it's just like, oh, you put it on black and white and that's it, or you shoot in black and white and that's it. But the thing is, you have to study white balance, and I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still on it, like every day. I try to learn one thing every day of the year. So in 365 days, I learn 365 new things.
So what do you edit on? What is the best editing software for editing videos and for photos?
I say whatever you're comfortable with. Because I started with Picasso.
Wow.
Yeah, I started with Picasso, so.
And you do Adobe Premiere, Adobe,
No, I do Final Cut. I use Final Cut.
Final Cut Pro. Okay, Final Cut Pro. All right, for your editing and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So, even me, everybody's like, they want to move back to Africa. But you're one of the people that I've spoken to that's like, not just yet. Talk to me about why. People, if you have questions, please drop your questions hit the question icon and drop your questions so we can ask AEPM his questions. But tell me why Africa is just not ready yet for people to start going back to Africa.
Can I do something real quick? Let me give quick shout out to Quick Smoke, Don Flasher, Cujo. I see Queen Jane. I see a lot of people in here.
Malara said, can we come back to what he just said? He learns one thing every day. So 365 new things per year.
Yes. So like with that, people don't really talk about that. Because you be on your phone, you be on Instagram every day, but you haven't learned shit all day. So with me, what I do is I learn one thing a day.
Yeah.
One, like, even if it's how to type your name faster on a computer when you editing, like in the, you know what I'm saying? Like just one thing a day, one thing. And trust me, it'll take you far. Because when I'm shooting outside, like I'm shooting like a running gun shoot, like the protest, you don't know how to color. You're just taking pictures and then you're just moving, you're just running, trying to get the biggest catch. You know what I'm saying? Some pictures can break the internet. So you keep shooting, and then you hope that by the time you get home and then you look at the pictures, you see amazing stuff.
Absolutely.
But right there, you don't know what you're capturing. So when you get home, that's when you reveal your catch. Like it's like hunting, right? Yeah. That's why we are called shooters. Like we shoot. And when you get home, trust me, you don't have anything you've studied. So you're going to mess up a bunch of, like 80% of the pictures, you're going to mess them up. And then you stick to one thing that you learned, and then you be like, okay, black and white. So you click on this and black and white, click on this, black and white. But it's not like that. But whilst you're shooting, if you've learned 365 new things, you can edit the same picture 365 times in different lighting and different. So that's what it is, man.
That's dope. So let's go back to this African. I see Jupiter is in here too. He's one of the people that said the same thing you said. So my question again is, everybody's seen Africa. A lot of these bloggers are sharing Africa and the beauties of Africa, and we all need to repatriate and go back to Africa. Talk to me about, and Sasu's one of the people that's not really for it just yet. Tell me why people shouldn't be moving back to Africa to empower the continent and stuff like that on those levels.
No, not about not going back to empower the continent. You can go back and empower the continent in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? Because your $1 over here, when you send it there and it's melted, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So imagine if all of us like invest into like an organization and make sure the money that we send in is being used the right way that we want them to use it. That is gonna help a lot. Instead of presidents and stuff moving our monies here, why don't we go back and empower, do something, build a borehole in Achimoda, build something here, you know what I'm saying? But don't go and stay, because when you stay, this is it. You out here, you making money. Your $100 can change 10 people's life.
Yeah.
So why don't you stay here and work and make that bread and change more people's life than rather going and add your number over there and then you just stay there and then a week you still not making like $500. You know what I'm saying? That means you're wasting resources, you're wasting time. You feel like you're there to enjoy. No, but let's build that first. Like, let's go back 3-4 times.
Yeah.
7 times. And then there you're gonna realize that you're really, impacting. You know what I'm saying? You working here and building projects back home, and then you're making life more easier for people. So you're bringing the resources from out here. It's time we take the resources back home. Rather than just going to
but you're saying take the resources back home, but I knew Amalara was gonna say she hear what you're saying. So take the resources back home, but don't stay at home. I don't understand, because the president of the Soviet Union.
It's not time yet.
Let me finish my question. The president of the Soviet Union said that Africa is a burial ground for Africans. So that's kind of the motto. That's what you're kind of saying. So why can't we take our resources and build there?
That's the thing. But you have to study your environment before you decide to stay.
True. Mm-hmm.
What that person said, that Africa is a burial ground, because see, we moving our resources. It's still like slavery, right? They already moved about 400 million people from Africa to build the Western world, right?
Yes.
Let's 400 black people with $1 each or like $100 each, right? Go back. Imagine what we can build.
True. Facts. I mean, that's understandable, but there got to be some people on the ground, though. Everybody can't be here doing and sending it there.
That's what I'm saying. So we have to look for the right people that we can give our bread to and tell them, like, okay, this is what you have to do and do it this way, and this is how we want it. That's why Africa, everything, I like the fact that, we're not just touching on one country, we're moving around.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then because we are not white, excuse me to say, we're not white, let me be politically correct, we are not getting the funding we deserve.
Yeah.
But if it was a white person, you see them driving in a Range Rover, they'll go and build some small school somewhere, and then that's it. People are funding them with millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But it's also like, they're using that to wash their money, so we understand.
Yeah. So Amalara she says, what you're saying is you don't have to live in the struggle to improve the struggle.
Because if you can make life comfortable for other people by coming here, here is not luxury, though. Let's be honest. Because you're waking up at 5 a.m. and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like what Kujo said, though.
Yeah.
Who said that? Somebody
said
that was
something.
Yeah, somebody also said, Kujo said, bring your bread to me. I've got eggs. Okay. I understand what he's saying, but people are not going to catch that.
Yeah.
But here we are hustling, right? Our time is money over here. In Ghana, you have time to waste.
Yeah.
The system over there is not like a running gun system like over here. Over here, every time is money. People charge per hour. People go to work and they are clocked in from the time they get in, so no time is wasted. Even if you're on break, you're still getting paid. But in Ghana, they are getting paid the money you make in 4 hours or 8 hours, the money you make a day is what they are getting paid in a month. So the ratio doesn't tally, bro.
It doesn't add up.
So, it doesn't add up. So why will you leave that? You making money every minute to improve somebody's life rather than going there and stay with that person and then waste your life. You're like, not waste your life, but waste the time too.
Yeah, you're right. And some Amalara said you got to know who to activate on local grounds. If people want to move, go for it, but be sure. That's true. I mean, I agree with her on that. So, how can people get to see your work? Drop your website. Drop your information. Is it easy to book you to do photos, videos? What are some of the things people need to do? Let us know how we can reach APM World Mag.
Yeah, www.apmworldofficial.com is my website. It's in my bio, so when you go to my bio, you see it. Yeah. And also, I'm easily accessible, but I'm trying to make myself scarce right now because, you know, sometimes people disrespect a lot. So, and I'm expensive. You know, I do business the right way right now.
She's not cheap. Even me, I'll be like, so I'll go. So I don't go do nothing.
Yeah.
APM's prices have gone up. Imagine you have catch him when he was charging $50 for photo shoots. Now,
even that time we were charging $300, but they paid us $50, and then we had nothing to say. So yeah.
So APM World Mag, is that your Facebook, Instagram, all that, Twitter? All
yeah,
that?
my Twitter is APM Worldwide. My Twitter is APM Worldwide. Make sure you follow. My Instagram is APM World Mag.
Yes.
And yeah, that's basically it. And my personal page is The Real Sasu APM.
Yes.
The Real _ Sasu APM. And but I use APM World Mag a lot. So
yeah.
DM.
I'm allowed to say that when you do great work, charge for it. Period.
Thank you, man.
Flat screen.
Thank you.
Flat screen. You're right.
Because the thing is, our community, we will pay a white guy wearing a suit with a camera that, you know, it was given to him as a gift. Like, let's say he's using probably a $6,000 to $10,000 camera, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And an African guy is using the same camera.
Yes.
The African guy is gonna be paid less than the white guy, but the African guy will be asked to do a lot more work than the white guy. The white guy will be like, "Yo, I'm here. I'm just trying to charge. You pay me $300 an hour, and I'm gone." And the white guy is gonna say his peace of mind and move on. But the black guy, they'll tell you, "See, bro, I'm doing you a favor. I'm giving you exposure. You can do this for free or move. Somebody else would."
That word exposure has been overused. Exposure.
Yeah, my mom gave me the biggest exposure, man.
Money. Shout out to my hairstylist, Sade. She's in the building. Hey, Sade. Hope you're feeling better. Hey, what's going on? But yeah, you're right.
But the biggest exposure is your mom giving birth to you. So my mom gave birth to me in Kolebu Ward 4. So that's the biggest exposure for me. So I don't need no more exposure. You know what I'm saying? I have the biggest exposure ever by being alive. You know what I'm saying?
Sade said expose my coins.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Oh my God, yo, look at the savages. I see all my savage peoples on the live today.
I like that though. Expose my coins, like, yo, for real, bro. Let the coins speak louder than what you talking about, like.
Exactly.
And it's sad. So.
It's sad. So this was really, really a great live. I really know Sassy very well. He's a brother to me. I'm really excited that I was able to let you guys come into a little bit into his world. He does amazing work. He has a quick turnaround. So if you want to get something done and get it done on time, that's who you work with. So APM, leave us with some words of encouragement before I play your favorite song.
Yeah, I always
encouragement.
I always say this. I'll start by saying this. First of all, know the God you worshiping.
Yes.
Know who you worshiping. Know the name you're worshiping too. And it's like this. They said, "He who has water, let him be water." And that quote, I've been saying that quote to myself for the past almost 8 months right now, or 10 probably. And you know, with what I know, I have become a better person, and I've learned a lot every day.
Yeah.
Be patient, be like water, just flow. because you know, you can block water. You can, like, you know, cut a log of tree and put it, you know, in front of the water and block its way. It's gonna find way and back to its course. It's gonna overflow or something. So you can't be blocked when you become water. So my only word for today is be water. That's it. Just be water.
Be water. Go with the flow, guys. Make sure you are letting it flow. And if it doesn't flow in the direction you want it to, eventually it will flow where you want it to, right?
Yes, sir.
Be water.
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure you look up APM World Mag. He's really expensive. Come on, APM, give me a little dance. Give me a little dance.
Man don't dance. Man don't dance, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. APM, see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.